checky, check, Timmy,
Yeah.
chimmery, checkaroo, check, chiroo.
Okay, great. All right. Excellent. Let's fucking do this podcast. Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Ooh, man, low energy podcast.
No, it's not. No. We're gonna be fun. We're gonna do great.
Okay. Are we?
This podcast is gonna be great.
Is it?
I mean, yeah.
Sure.
Cyberpunk.
Oh no, we got some past stuff to talk about that. First,
That's what makes me high energy.
Let's get into weeks.
Oh boy,
how was your week, bud?
My week's been all right. I've been really busy as usual because we're in just busy times. The busy times are here upon us. But other than that, I'm doing all right. I've been joining Game Pass.
Yeah, Game Pass.
Paying $1 and getting like all those games. It's been pretty good. Been pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, tell me some of the games you played on Game Pass.
Oh man,
what'd you play on there?
So I'm gonna completely pivot. Okay, wait, no, I'm gonna talk about Game Pass. I have been playing Game Pass. I've been playing a lot of Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled.
Yes.
But I'm gonna talk about Game Pass first. Me and Josh played through the majority of Broforce.
Yeah, I joined y'all at the very end.
Only
made it more difficult.
Yeah, I don't know.
Still don't get, because while we were playing it, for whatever reason, I don't know why it just
Chris
registered
counts as 2 people.
Yeah, for some reason it registered me as 2 people. So there was just 4 people playing. I was just controlling 2 people at the same time.
It was fun
until
it was fun until we were trying to respawn people and it'd be like, oh, do I get to play again? Nope, it's just Chris again.
Yep.
Second
There's
Chris.
one point it was just like at one point I was like, man, trying to bring back either Josh or Austin. Is like, nope, it's just me again.
Yeah.
So that was just playing by myself with just 2 people.
Yeah.
It was like, what the fuck's happening?
And one of them was MacGyver.
Oh, MacGyver is not good.
MacGyver is good. I mean, I one-shot a boss with MacGyver.
That is true.
Did you get to see that part?
No.
So there's an alien snake thing, and then Josh just starts screaming at me. He's like, "Throw the chicken at him!" And then I throw his ult.
Oh wait, no, yeah. I was there for that. I was
And
I was dead. I was
like
dead at the time, but I was there for that.
Everybody was dead except for me.
Yeah.
I single-handedly the snake.
Single-handedly.
Other than that, I've been playing Crash Team Racing.
Yeah,
Nitro Fueled. I absolutely loved it. I still love it, and they for some reason are just pulling out all the stops on this release for some reason.
Yeah. Go for it.
So first of all, the base game is only $40.
I saw something about that.
You can pay another $20 and get the nitrous oxide bundle, which gets you the villain character and a hovercraft, which is what he usually uses for in the original game. He used a hovercraft instead of a cart.
Yeah.
But you can get that, and you get a couple other goodies as well. You get like another character and a couple of skins or something like that. I think on the PlayStation version, you get the low poly Crash.
Yes, I believe it was all Vinny Vinesauce.
Yeah,
playing with the low poly Crash.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was so funny.
Pretty good.
He got so upset with that game. The first
God,
time
he was getting
like
salty.
one to salty and like instantly
on the first
course track. It was
Yeah.
so funny, but I feel him on that one because the original Crash Team Racing that was one of my very first games that that was the first game that I owned on my PlayStation. I had like 3 games: Spyro the Dragon, Crash Team Racing, and Ape Escape. Those were the 3 games that I had from PlayStation.
Good choices. My first 2 games were my brother owned because my brother got it for his birthday. I had we had Tekken, the original Tekken.
Nice.
And Jet Moto.
Jet Moto, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, so yeah, I was really like my heart sank the first time I popped it in. I tried it out on my Switch. Because they have something called the Pit Stop, which is a cosmetic shop. And I saw that they have Wumpa coins, and I was like, uh-oh.
Oh, no.
This is published by Activision.
Oh, no.
So I look at it, but then I noticed that there's only one currency. So there's no premium currency. And I was like, wait, what's up with that? Turns out there's no microtransactions, no loot boxes.
Oh, nice.
And all the DLC is going to be free, and they released a roadmap of 3 or 4, I want to say 3 now, but 3 new Grand Prix where they're going to have essentially a battle pass for it, but it's going to be free. To where essentially there's going to be, the first one's July 3rd, and they're going to have basically Tawna, Crash's girlfriend from Crash 1 as a playable character, a new map, a new race,
like created from scratch.
From scratch, and I think it's based on the Egyptian level from Crash 3. I want to say.
Oh, that's cool.
Or something like it, some sort of Egyptian themed deal. I don't know, But and then all of the trophy girls are going to be playable characters as well. They're not trophy girls in the game anymore. They took that out because they just sidestepped that one super hard. Didn't want to even go into that.
It's like, we're just not gonna. We're just
gonna not even deal with it, and we're just gonna make them playable characters. That way, everyone's okay with it.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's good. So they're gonna be doing that, and then they also got a whole bunch of other stuff. But the thing is with the battle pass is that it's only gonna be for a limited time. It's gonna be free. Everything's free. But and I feel like I have to explain this just because we don't play the Fortnites, which I
just
still think,
I guess they're doing like seasons of content.
Don't you still have to buy in like $10 to?
Yeah, but it's like it's weird. Like battle passes usually work weird. Like you still can unlock levels of it. You just don't get. And I think there is like a free tier in the battle pass, and you still unlock tiers and like the paid version because they want to be like, I'm gonna look at all this stuff you're unlocking, man. You give us $10, you get all of it. Like you've got like you put the time in, just give us the money, you get it.
Oh, so like you have to unlock it with time, and then you have to also buy it.
Yeah, but if you buy it, you I think you get like a certain amount of tiers, like just outright. If you
okay, so it's all based on tiers. Yeah, so similar deal with this. From what I understood,
like it's its own progression that you buy into essentially.
So they did a little thing where they were showing that there's going to be a Nitro Gauge, and essentially that's going to be your tiers. Okay. Where the more you race and the more you win, the more Nitro you get. And then you unlock things, and the last ones are going to be the characters. Oh. So if you want the characters, you're going to need to go all the way. Yeah. Which is fine. I'm going to just play the fuck out of it anyway.
Go for it.
I'm probably going to end up 100%ing it. I already mashed. That's what I did last weekend, actually, was I actually just mashed through the game, and I got it done. I just beat the story mode and everything like that, because it has an adventure mode like Diddy Kong Racing. Yeah. And that's really fun. Game's hard as fuck. Yeah. I also found out that
it looked like it when I was looking at some videos.
The difficulty in it is a little misleading and a little confusing at first because
it's very shortcut, but it's very like you need to memorize.
No, I just meant like the actual tracks. I actually meant like the verbiage in the menu system.
Like the actual difficulty selection.
So because there's actually I finally found a tier list of what the actual difficulties were like in reality. So easy is easiest, then it goes to classic, which is none of the upgrades from the Nitro Fueled edition. Okay. So you can actually just play classic.
Yeah, like CTR. They did some like visual touches to like kind of help you out, like like when to boost. Like I didn't think your
tires glow. It used to be you had to look for the black smoke coming out of your exhaust, and that's way too hard to do while you're trying to look at everything else. I love that they made the tires glow. That made it so much easier because I used to suck at that as a kid, like doing the boost because it's hard. Because it's a rhythm thing. Because you have to do 3 of them in order to get a full deal. Anyway, where was I going with this? So it's easy, classic, then medium, and then hard. That's the progression of how hard it is. I didn't know that, so I played it on medium, and man, that shit's hard. It's harder. It's literally harder than I remember because it is. And the rubber banding in that game is fucking real. That's all I can say about that.
It looked like it.
It's especially for the bosses in the adventure mode, because like the way the boss mode is set up is that you have a boss character that spams items. So essentially, it's just you and the boss racing, and like the first one, for example, is Ripperoo, and he'll just spam TNT crates. But in order for that to matter, he needs to be in front of you. So his rubber banding is just fucking bullshit. He pretty much, like, all the bosses have like it almost feels like they're 25% faster than you by like default. So you pretty much have to feel like you have to cheat in order to, and that's where the shortcuts come in. And it's just like you literally need to know the shortcuts for some of them. The last boss, for example, spams every single kind of item at random intervals. And also, instead of it going 3, 2, 1, go, it goes 3, 2, 1, he goes, and then you get to go. Oh. He just straight up cheats on that one. Yeah, he just gets to go.
That's fun.
Yeah, and I think in Diddy Kong Racing, I think Derek was telling me that all the bosses do that, or a majority of bosses, or they're like multiple bosses that
they all get a head start.
Yeah, they all just get a fucking head start, and they're just like.
I don't know. I think I was watching somebody stream Diddy Kong Racing. One of the bosses, it was just like, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
What are you supposed to do?
Get fucked.
No, I think it may have been Vinny, but it may have been somebody else. Just like. It may have been Maximilian, just throwing themselves at this boss.
Oh no, that's
like at a certain point it was like just like Because it's like a 3-lap race. But it was like, oh, I didn't do the first lap perfectly. I'm just gonna restart because I'm not gonna win.
Yeah,
like,
no, literally what you're saying right now. That was the most aggravating part because like the bosses are really hard. What I haven't gotten into is that those are really hard. But like by the third world, there was one race where it took me like 2 hours on that one race just because like.
Because you have to come in first too.
You have to come in first.
in
There is
every
no
race.
other the game does not fucking care if you got in second. You might as well have come in last.
Yeah.
If you're not first, you're last. CTR.
Yeah.
So the problem is that like bullshit will happen at like the last second, and you're like, I just have to restart.
It's just Mario Kart too, where it's like, oh well, guess what? You have to be in first, but first is also one of the worst places you could possibly be.
Mario Kart,
because now everyone can hit you.
Mario Kart is a little bit easier though because the rubber banding isn't as bad. So what happens is that you can just you can literally purposely stay in second, but like ride the person's ass.
Yeah,
and then at the last second, fuck them over. Because that's what they're going to do to you. So if you do that, then you can just sneak it at the very end. That's not how CTR works. CTR, like, there was straight up sometimes where I was just like, I was having a completely separate race with the person in first, and like everybody else did not matter. Because like there was like Tiny's Arena, which is like the big mud dome that's like the Wario Arena from Mario Kart 64 for reference. He just like Coco just like fucking took off. She was just gone. She was just fucking gone. And I remember just sitting there and I was just mashing the fucking B button trying to go faster. And I was like, how? How did this person get so far ahead? And at a certain point, like I was trying to play the entire game as Crash, but like it got to a point where I was just like, I need to just race as Tiny or as like one of the big characters that just has like everything in the speed. Just like top speed.
Like, just the top
Because
speed.
like,
top
and then like
boys.
just not fuck up.
The speed boys.
Yeah, speedy boys.
Speedy boys out of 10.
But yeah, I wanted to make sure that I got CTR taken care of because I am very much looking forward to on Friday playing Mario Maker. Yeah. And hopefully we'll be able to have some fun with that because that has multiplayer. So I'm hoping to play some of that with you.
Couch multiplayer. Yeah. That's all it has.
For now.
For now. Yeah.
For now. I'm going to say that hopefully.
No, they did actually come out and say, okay, yeah, we're gonna patch that later. At a certain point, we're gonna patch that.
Did they say that, or did they say that hoping
yeah,
that people
they did officially like make it.
Oh no, I saw it too. I'm just saying, did they say that hoping that people would just forget that they said that though?
No, they know. They know. They usually at least owns up to their mistakes, unlike other companies we're talking about later.
Oh boy. So what'd you do with your week?
I kept playing Assassin's Creed. Yeah. I made the mistake. I'm kind of getting a little burnout because I made the mistake of just like hardcore going in and finishing Origin.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, now let me play the same game again.
Yeah.
Except there's even more stuff because now there's a boat.
There's a boat?
Yeah, you get a boat. It's like it's more like a.
Oh yeah, that's right. Assassin's Creed Odyssey has a. They just never let go of the pirate mechanics, and they're like, no, people still want to do boats.
Yeah, it's brought back the boat stuff. Yeah. Made it a little less toned down. It's obviously a little more less simmy than. Yeah. I mean, 4 already wasn't that simulation-y.
I mean, also though, I think you have like a big crew, right? Like it's like it's like the Athenian like big like rowboats.
Yeah, I can't remember the actual name.
I don't remember it either because I'm not a fucking historian. But,
yeah,
but like there's like 30 people on this boat, right?
Yeah, they're doing oars. Yeah, there's a sail. You do travel.
So realistically,
speed.
like if you're like the commander, you don't really have to do anything.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm doing. I've been just kind of going through. I got kind of deep into it. I'm probably about 8 hours into it now.
Damn.
And still, there's just so much.
Still like a 50-hour game, though.
Yeah, easily. No, dude, that's just doing the
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that that's just a 50-hour
like
thing.
50 hours.
And it's like
the main quest in that
like
game is called like your Odyssey.
I mean, yeah, that's
so. Yeah, that's any indication of how long just the main quest in that game is.
Also obvious to name it that.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I fucked the daughter of Odysseus. Maybe I don't know. Maybe.
Nice. I've been playing Forza a little bit as well.
Yeah, I didn't want to try
putting about an hour into that. Forza fucking scared the shit out of me. I didn't know some stuff about Forza whenever I got in there, and it made me do a double take, and then it made me do a like concerned Google search because it was just like. So I boot up Forza. I get through the little like intro movie. They have a little tutorial-esque thing.
Oh, and we had to. This is Forza Horizon 4.
Yeah, Forza
Not
Horizon.
Forza Motorsport. There's two different things because Motorsport is the simulation.
Oh, okay. That's why I like this.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm terrible at Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
Forza. I was wondering about
Forza
that.
Motorsport is their simulation brand, and Forza Horizon is like their, I guess, like test drive unlimited style thing where it's like there's still some simulation aspects to it, but it's
lighter,
it's way more arcadey.
I
just kind of
just
like, hey, go have fun in this really big world and go have a good time.
Do you just like looking at nice cars and then driving nice cars?
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I need to boot up Forza 4 because I haven't installed it.
So what happened was that I played through the little tutorial thing where it's just like, oh, these are all the different seasons. You drive through like autumn, winter, spring, summer, and then like you go to the festival and everything like that. You get all set up, and then you start driving, and it's just like right after I like made my character, I did not name myself my actual name. I named myself my username.
Yeah, and
then it was just like, hey, do you know if Austin's here yet? And I was like, what? And then like I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, he's right here. And it's just like, what? And then like later, there's like a little Siri thing or like a GPS thing that you can like ping to like be like, hey, I want to do this. And it's like, oh, where would you like to go, Austin? And I was just like, why do you know my name? And then I had to like Google it, and I was wondering because
does it use like your Microsoft?
I guess I don't fucking know. Like I don't know what the fuck it knows. Like I'm scared now. But like my thing was like, at first I seriously had like a moment where I was like, maybe I'm just really lucky, and they just actually named the protagonist in this game Austin, because I guess you could make it a both ways. Like if a chick's named Austin, it'd be like E-N instead of I-N, maybe.
Maybe.
But then I Googled it, and no, they just know your name.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's...
So like whenever you play it,
I
like
don't
I'm
know
very,
if I like
I really want you to download it and see if it.
No, it's downloaded. I haven't booted it up yet. It's downloaded.
Yeah, no, boot it up and let me know if it just is like, oh hey, is Chris here yet? And it's just like, ooh, yikes! Like I think they know like your Microsoft name. Yeah.
So kept chugging through Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Tried that game Sinner that was on there. It's just kind of worse Dark Souls.
Worse Dark Souls?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to play the other worst Dark Souls on there, the Surge.
The Surge was actually it just didn't feel good.
Right.
Center, yeah, it just didn't feel good to play. Like it felt way too loose. Like there wasn't any weight.
Ooh, no, I
to
didn't.
Anything.
Dark Souls games have to be super heavy for me.
Yeah. So played that, then instantly uninstalled it. I tried out the game Vampire on there as well.
Yeah, I saw you were playing that.
That game, I might keep playing it and checking it out a little bit.
Yeah.
It feels not great to play.
Oh.
But it's kind of got an interesting story to it. Where like generally people know vampires exist.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to hunt them all down.
Let me ask you this. I saw something for it, and it instantly turned me off to this because after Fable 3, I will never play a game with a really heavy morality system ever again because it's bullshit.
Yeah, this game has a real heavy morality system.
That's what I thought. I was trying to remember if Vampire was
the game. They at least, unlike Fable,
at least tell you
straight up. That's like, hey, this game is going to be significantly harder if you're a good person.
See, I just hate it because it was just like the whole thing
I
with
love
Fable.
getting halfway through Fable, but like, hey, you're being a good person. I hope you have all the money. It's like, well, I don't have all the money because I spent all my money because I was
helping people.
I was helping people. I was giving people money. No. It's like, oh no, you did it wrong. You did it wrong, fam. You gotta have all the money.
It's like, oh, okay, well, I'll just grind out for money. Then it's like, oh no, you're on a timer.
No, can't do that.
You can't do that. And it's like, okay, well, what if I just cheese it? And it's like, we specifically made it to where you can't.
It's like,
why?
It's like oh, well, you have to go borrow the property. Yeah, you'll borrow the property. It's like, what?
You remember that mini game that you didn't want to play with all the property selling management? And I was like, yeah, that was really weird in my action RPG. I don't want to do that. And it's like, yeah, it's too bad.
It's the only way to get the good ending as a good person.
I hated it.
It was so stupid. I hope they make another Fable game. I do like that. Fable 2 is great.
Lionhead Studios is defunct, though.
Love Fable 2.
Lionhead
but Microsoft
Studios
still owns Fable, so anybody can just make a Fable game.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, but it won't be Lionhead, and I'm like, oh wait.
Would that be? I was saying, would that be a bad thing?
Yeah, that'd probably be an improvement. And then they're like, oh, we got. Oh my god.
They get Double Fine to make
Double Fine just got fucking bought by Microsoft. Oh fuck! I want that.
They can get Obsidian to make it. Microsoft owns Obsidian.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Obsidian made Fable game.
Stop. That'd be great.
Fucking questioning the existence of magic. Ooh. Or the fucking questioning the nature of magic. Ooh yeah.
Oh man! And on that fun-filled note of hope, tell me the bad things.
Oh man, EA, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh,
Have you
what?
seen this?
I'm surprised you're saying that.
Yes.
I'm so surprised, Chris. I'm surprised you're telling me this. That's a real surprise mechanic.
Yeah, man. New surprise mechanics. The podcast
Dude,
here.
that bitch is gonna get fucking fired.
Somebody's getting fired over that.
Dude, that was bad. So, did you actually see the?
I watched the interview.
The dude straight up just did not buy any of that. It was like you can call it whatever you want, like the gambling thing.
It's the UK Parliament too, which is like going through like all this Brexit shit. Like they're done giving a shit at all, and they're just like, they're like,
this is number 362 bullshit of the day they have to deal with. Can you just not?
Bitch for real? No, it's not the same as Kinder eggs. It's like
the thing though is
surprise mechanics.
But that was a terrible analogy because you're buying something.
Okay, well, we're here. I was just explaining it. So EA was in the UK Parliament because everybody's freaking about, all the government's freaking about the loot boxes, which they honestly rightly should be, kind of, in all honesty.
Well, we're not going to do it, so somebody needs to.
Yeah. So there's the hearing. They're going through a hearing. There's an EA lobbyist there. Or I think it's an ESA lobbyist, but I'm
pretty sure she's a zombie.
I don't know. I think it's a person who works directly for EA.
She's part of like
not
marketing
like the
relations
ESA,
or something like that.
Not the ESA, which is the lobbyist group that works for a lot of game companies. I think she was like directly related to EA.
She was Queen Shill.
So they're going into it, and she just goes into this rant about how loot boxes, we don't even call them loot boxes eternally.
Yeah, she tries to correct the dude and be like, well, actually, we don't even call them loot boxes.
We don't even call them loot boxes eternally.
We've never called them loot boxes.
We call them surprise mechanics. Because like, oh man, like everybody loves a surprise. Everybody loves a surprise. Like, so we put these like fun, we think they're fun surprises in the game that you give us money for.
After you paid $60 for a full price game.
That's when
then locked content behind it.
So then you start comparing them to like other types of like random chance like toys that you buy.
I
like
actually
Kinder eggs or like
the transition
gotcha
right
or even like gotcha machines or anything like that.
I actually really like the transition that she did right there. She was like, yeah, whenever you go to the store, I don't know what y'all's equivalent of Target is. I love how she used Target as like because that really outed her as a fucking bougie ass fucking just
American ass bitch.
And just man, it didn't make any sense. It's a terrible analogy.
No. But it's like
she didn't even believe what she was fucking saying. That was the worst part.
Yeah, she was clearly even struggling to come up with like that explanation because she was like,
because
they had her dead twice.
He was just like, no, yes or no, and he's just like,
he's like, yes or no is a gambling.
She basically she didn't get out of it. She basically said, yeah, it is gambling, but I don't think it's bad. And it's like, okay, but you also admitted
it's morally okay gambling. It's pretty much she was,
no. She pretty much
said, the conclusion she came to.
She said, well, we don't agree with that.
Yeah.
And somebody like one of the YouTubers.
No, admittedly, I do kind of side of the ES, like the ESA. I think they've come out and said like, hey, not about the loot box bill here in America. They came out and said like, hey, this is full of like inaccuracies, stuff like that. And we're gonna try and fight it, which I honestly don't doubt there's an accuracy because none of these old people who run the government fucking know anything about video games and the internet or how technology works.
Well, they get briefed for 5 minutes and then they have to act like they're fucking experts.
So I honestly don't doubt which is why a lot of people was like, no, game developers, seriously, you need to self-regulate this shit.
Otherwise, you're going
to get fucked.
And they
don't see it. Yeah.
They don't care because they literally want to make as much money as possible until the pop happens.
Yeah.
And it's like, but you
it's like they're just going to try
way better if you just self-regulated it.
Yeah, they're going to try and squeeze every ounce of money out of it that they can, and then it's going to be like, and the government's going to say, like, okay, we gave y'all a chance, y'all didn't self-regulate it, so now we have to.
Yeah. Well, that's.
And then they're going to be like, oh no, it's like, and the government's going to be like, it's too late now.
Yeah.
It's like y'all had y'all's chance.
Yeah. And at that point, you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
Because you literally had every opportunity to just.
I mean, there's some other countries where it's already. I know, like Rocket League. Yeah, Belgium's like Rocket League's had to take loot boxes out of Belgium. It's got so bad in
Belgium that like Animal Crossing Pocket Camp and Tales of Dragalia, the two mobile games that Nintendo has.
Oh yeah,
they straight up like whenever you open it up, it says like this game will not work properly because in your country we cannot have these mechanics work.
Yeah. And the game is built around them.
Like,
which is probably not the best thing to have your game built around random
it's a mobile
chance
game.
Things.
All of them are built around that.
But still.
That's their business model. That's the profitability margin.
So so they really need to try and self-regulate, or it's just going to turn out bad for just everybody. And it's funny this was EA too, because EA was the one that got everybody in the shit for this.
Yeah.
Because EA was the one, because of course it was EA, because it was either going to be EA or Activision.
Yeah.
They were pretty much in a race.
Activision at least backed off from it.
Yeah, they were essentially, I would feel like they were probably in a race to see who was going to fuck up first like this.
They really were.
And of course it was EA.
Well, because EA's
champion of the scumbag, voted worst company
indefinitely
in America 4 years in a row. Of course, they won the race hand and foot. That analogy didn't make sense. I just did. But
I always love whenever they get aggravated that they get voted worst company in the world or in America, because they always come up with like a statement afterwards. They're like, once again, despite, and then they like name like oil companies that like do a whole bunch of bad stuff and all that. They go like, really guys, we're the worst company. Wow, y'all are a bunch of entitled assholes. And it's like, how about instead of trying to point the blame at other things, maybe you just
make your company better.
No, just take a self-reflection. It's like, yeah, despite all that, you pissed off enough people.
Still the worst, yeah. But these other tragedies
like,
happening, you were still the worst company in America.
Enough people were just like, no, regardless. Yeah, we have to live with all those tragedies out there, and then all we want to do is go home and play video games, and you fucked that up.
Yeah, and you fucked up our pastime, which is the reason you're the worst.
The worst. So, on that note, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Since we're talking about bad companies, I want to ask if in your little notes there, is there another company in there we're going to talk about?
Is it a 2K?
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh yeah,
let's talk about 2K.
Oh yeah, it's in here.
Yeah,
you better believe 2K's in here.
You want to start that off, or you want me to start?
Oh, you take it, bud.
All right, man. Chris, let me ask you a question. Let me give you a scenario here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you a scenario.
Yep.
Let's say you like the basketball.
Yeah.
Right. You want to play a basketball game. You want to play
let's
NBA.
say-
You want to
Yes.
You want to play an NBA licensed game.
Specifically.
Right? Specifically,
Because there's only one.
Because there's only one, right? So you don't have a choice.
So you go
no
down to
choice.
your store,
So you go down to the store.
or
and
you get on your online.
yeah, and you pay $60 goddamn
dues.
dollars to play 2K19,
Yeah.
which released in 2018.
Yes.
Hasn't even been out for a year, right?
Mhm.
You then wake up this week, at the beginning of this week.
Mhm.
You go hop into a game.
Yeah. You're like, oh man, go play me some.
Play me
some of the hoops.
Just gonna play me some
Play me some
shoot me some
b-ball,
hoops with
basketball,
LeBron
Jones.
James. And
Got
then
the basketball Jones.
then you notice something happens. It's really kind of weird. You've got to go load up the game, and instead of just a regular loading screen, you see an ad for Snowfall on FX.
Yeah. Isn't that a thing? Yeah. Isn't that
And
weird,
then you realize,
weird,
then you
weird
look
thing?
down and you're like, man, this ad's been running for a very long time. Then you look
In fact,
down,
my game is loaded,
and my game's loaded,
and the ad's still running.
and the ad's still running.
Well, here was a month. I'm sure I could skip it. Now the game's
no,
loaded.
you can't.
It's like, when you what?
You can't skip it.
Why
It's
are there
unskippable.
skippable ads in my
It's
video game
unskippable.
that I
Yeah.
paid $60 for?
Yeah. And it
That
doesn't
also has
have
microtransactions in it.
you want to talk about microtransactions? That's the king of microtransactions. You waste thousands of dollars in fucking 2K19. And the worst part is this just Snowfall for FX? What does that have to do with basketball? That didn't have anything to do with anything.
Yeah, but if it was like a Nike commercial or like something like that,
I guess.
or Under Armour, or like something,
or maybe even like a LeBron James thing, or
sports
with
body
him.
spray or something.
Yeah.
No. Fucking watch this TV show
Yeah.
on FX.
Yeah. So,
Fucking assholes.
So here, let me add you another layer. Let me add you another layer. Did you hear what happened on the Nintendo eShop for the Switch? That 2K did with 2K19.
No.
Let me tell you another story, Chris.
What?
Let me tell you another story.
What?
Last week there was a huge sale on the Nintendo eShop.
Okay.
2K19 went down to $5.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
right?
that's cool.
Good job, right?
Yeah.
So everybody bought it right before they did this shit.
Mm.
You know what that also did?
And that coinkydink.
Do you know what?
In that little coinkydink.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse. Do you know what that did whenever everybody bought it?
What's that?
It brought it up to the top seller list. So now whenever you go into the Nintendo eShop and you look at the top sellers,
It's just
it
NBA
shows
2K19.
Now ask me what the price of the game is this week.
60.
$60. So now, if you didn't know that there was a sale, because you can't look at the history of the sales, Chris.
No.
So if you didn't know that there was a sale and you didn't know all this was happening, you would just look at the top sellers and just see a $60 game.
2K19 is supposed to be hot shit.
Apparently,
Everybody bought
2K19
it.
is just doing really well. So they inflated their numbers.
And then with those inflated numbers, like,
Then
now we're
cranked
gonna,
up the fucking ads.
Yeah, now we're going to show all these motherfuckers ads.
Yeah.
In their game they spent
Yeah.
they spent money for.
And their defense is, well, you can turn it off in the options. but it's really hard to do. You have to like look it up. You have to like look up the complicated. Like,
no.
dude, I'm talking like button combinations and shit.
Are you serious?
I think so. Like, it's like a complicated thing to do. Like, it's buried in the menus. You have to know where to look for it because it's not labeled. And it's just like,
fucking stupid.
And who knows if that even like actually turns it off? Who knows if that's not just like a delay? Like, and it'll just turn itself back on.
I just don't get it being unskippable. Even YouTube has skippable ads.
Even free to play games don't do this shit.
Yeah. It's the free games. They just go to the cash shop.
Because here's the other thing, man. Here's the other thing that nobody's talking about. Or at least not a lot of people are talking about. There was already ads in this game, Chris.
Yeah.
All of the fucking billboards, those all had ads.
Yeah, you have to be connected to the internet and they update.
Yeah.
Yeah. They update in real time. All those ads.
Like, that's what they put all the money into, was just more ads. Because that's meant that, fuck it.
Now, see, it's still really shitty and stupid, but an example that works better for this, it'd be different if this is a free-to-play game.
Yeah.
Once again, it'd be different if it was a free-to-play game. It's like, oh, well,
nobody would give a shit if it was a free-to-play game. Everybody would be like, oh, that's completely understandable.
Because, you know what does? You know what's been doing this? Street Fighter 5. Yeah. There's an ad-supported version of Street Fighter 5 now. Sure. That's free-to-play. And
honestly, that'd probably be easier for, like, markets like Asia.
Yeah.
Or, China especially, where you can just be like, oh, look, because the piracy over there is so rampant, it'd be like, this is the only way we're going to make any money off this anyway, because everybody's just going to fucking steal it otherwise. Yeah. And it's just like, at that point, it's basically a streamable game, as far as the revenue is concerned, because you're just getting your money through ads.
Yeah. This makes me really wish, I'm just like, I really hate that Rockstar is still under 2K. I'm just like, it's one of those things like, Rockstar.
I constantly forget that. There's no reason for that.
There's no reason for them to need a publisher. They don't need a publisher.
Rockstar should be a publisher at this point.
Well, that's the thing too. Like,
they're way too big for like. Whatever.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. Their games just make.
I completely forgot that until you just mentioned it.
Print money.
Yeah. They don't even have to make one, but every like 5 to 10 years.
No, I think GTA 4. I'm sorry, 5 was like. I think it's like.
That was at the beginning of the generation.
Yeah, GTA 5 was like one of the highest grossing media products of all time.
Yeah, like not even games.
Yeah, like media products of all time.
Yeah.
If not the highest. I think it may have even I think it broke the record, like highest grossing media.
It made a shit ton of money.
Yeah. And they're still making a shit ton of money.
Well, they're still making a shit ton of money. Yeah. That game never died.
No.
It's still going completely strong.
I always forget about it. If I had to like sign into their server specifically, I would just have it updated on my computer constantly. Probably
well, it didn't take fucking 30 minutes to get into online. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's true too. Their online servers aren't great. They need to work on that.
Well, it's not even that, man. It's not even the servers. It's the fucking the menu system. Yeah. I just don't get why the game is so weirdly optimized.
At a certain point,
at least for the PC version. Like,
yeah, at a certain point, I don't know why they haven't done this. I don't know why they haven't just released like a
standalone.
Standalone, just GTA Online.
Yeah.
That's just launch you into GTA Online and just.
I agree.
Or make it, or at least give you the option like, hey, do you want to just split these launchers?
Right.
Because I think they made a huge deal. They made a huge deal. Like, oh, you can switch all these characters seamlessly. It's like, well, not your online character because it takes like 15 minutes to get into the online.
Yeah, you never did that.
Well, no, you can still like, and you can bring up the menu. You can switch to like Trevor, the other three characters.
And you hold down for
your online character.
Yeah,
but it still takes like 10 minutes.
You still have to log in.
Yeah,
so it's essentially the same thing as going.
So it's just like
it's the same thing as
just
going
take that off and just let me, just make it a little launcher. Yeah. I really don't know why they haven't done that at this point. That's what they need to do with the next GTA. Like just be like, hey, just make the online. If you're gonna have this huge, massive, borderline MMO-ish. Like online, just make it its own launcher.
It's more than an MMO than fucking Anthem.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man.
So who else? Who else is on the chopping block this week?
That's it.
Okay. But they fucked up real bad.
I think. I mean, well, we'll see in my notes here, but that should be it. Man, hide your wallet because it's
what?
It's Steam sale time.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Steam summer sale going on.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't really seen anything I want to buy, honestly.
Well, yeah, I actually wanted to talk to you about that because I was talking to Derek about this earlier, and Kurt last night. The problem is that Game Pass kind of fucking just pulled the rug out from under the Steam.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, there's like,
it's like, yeah, you could.
It was like 5 or 6 games on there. I was like, oh, I can just play this on Game Pass now.
On Game Pass now, man.
That's yeah.
And there was already a lot of games.
And a lot of the game, like I've been finding this like last few seasons. A lot of the games just like, man, that's a good discount.
But that's
just
not
not
low enough.
where I need it to be.
It's not low enough.
It's just not where I need it to goddamn.
It used to be like people.
Now, admittedly, they do kind of rotate, and like some games will get cheaper over the course of the
Do they
thing.
still do that? Though?
I think they do.
I thought they stopped doing that. Or
I
did
think
they go back
still
to
do
that?
I think they.
Okay.
I think they'll like every now and then they'll have like a flat like here's a super flash sale on this like.
So this is the full blown summer sale.
Yeah, this is the full blown summer sale.
Okay.
And it's Grand Prix themed, which is kind of neat. I don't know.
Yeah. So it's just like why would I want to spend $20 on one game whenever I paid $1 for like a shit ton of games? And a lot of those games on Game Pass I've been wanting to play anyway. Like I wanted to play Wargroove.
Yeah.
More importantly, if Outer Worlds comes out on Game Pass, that's enough
to
keep it.
It's coming on there.
Oh, it's coming on there?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's confirmed. It's already it's actually.
So I don't have to buy.
You
Epic
can already
Game Store.
download it essentially.
What?
You can you like so. I was like, I saw it on Game Pass. No, I saw it on Game Pass. I was like, I clicked on it. It said install now. I was like,
did you install it?
What do you mean install now? So I installed it. It took like literally 3 seconds.
Oh.
And it was like, hey, yeah, this game's out yet, man. It's like, come back was out. It's like, why? So I was like, why did any of this happen?
Like, Game Pass,
like, why did any of this process happen?
I love how I love how much you get reminded that that's a beta.
Yeah,
because it happens a lot. Yet still, I'm not an Epic Game Store, so that's fine. And you telling me that it's confirmed coming to oh
yeah,
I'm gonna keep on subscribing to it.
I mean, at the very least, I'll resubscribe. That's the best part about it. It's like,
you can drop it whenever you want.
I'll just resubscribe whenever I want to play a certain game. Yeah. It's better than paying $60 for it.
So speaking about spending $60 for a game, I do have something that I saw earlier today that I wanted to bring up in the podcast today.
Yes.
GameStop. Let's talk about fucking GameStop.
Oh God.
Yeah, let's talk about.
Oh God. Yeah.
They're running a deal on Mario Maker 2. They're running the same deal that they ran with Days Gone. I don't know if you heard about the deal that they ran with Days Gone.
Maybe.
Essentially, you can go to GameStop. I don't know whether or not you need to pre-order it first, but you can buy Mario Maker 2 for the Nintendo Switch. You can buy it at full $60 price. You then have 48 hours to bring it back and get a full refund.
Oh, yeah. They've been doing that with a lot of games, actually.
Really?
Yeah, they've been doing that with a lot of games.
How is that not killing them faster?
It gets people in the store, man.
So they need revenue.
Seriously, they just need bodies in the store at this point.
See, because
they're just like, we just need people to walk into the store.
So here's the question that I have, because that sounds really fucking shady as far as like the books are concerned. Because like, here's my thing.
Yeah.
What if like the incoming revenue is
unless they now too on their end, it's like, oh, you brought it back, we'll give you the full refund, but now this is a used game, so if we sell it again, all this revenue goes directly to GameStop.
Oh, that's shitty.
Yeah. That's their catch. Yeah, that's the catch.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
It's like, oh man, yeah. Thanks for bringing the game back. Here's your full money back.
They're just going to sell it at $53.
Yeah, now we can just sell it, and all this money is just ours.
And then they're going to get all their
because out of that $60,
they only made $5 anyway.
In fact, that honestly fucks over
Nintendo.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that full refund probably comes mostly out of their own pocket.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They would still have to pay you back the $60.
Yeah.
Which they didn't get from the purchase.
Yeah, which they didn't get from the purchase anyway.
Wait, no.
So if anything, this is actually really stupid. Yeah,
this is back stupid again.
This is a fucking movie. This is a fucking movie pass situation.
Yeah, because all right. So same train of thought.
So we're just gonna buy this game
because they're like, well, no, we'll make it back whenever that we sell it as a used game. And it's like, yeah, but we're gonna have to sell it less than $60. Yeah, so we're still losing money. Oh shit. I guess they're about breaking even. I don't know how much the revenue split goes for that. Well, no matter how you cut it.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Epic Game Store is in the news again, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay, great. No matter how you cut it, though, like they're not going to break even on that. And then two, my only thing that I can even slightly think of that would be beneficial to them for the books would be like if their revenue coming in wasn't the same as their expenditures, like not like that doesn't cross. Where it's just like. We're fine. We're bringing in money. And then, they do that to prop it up for the stock investor meeting.
I mean, yes, too. Like, get you in there. I guess they get you in there. She was like, "Hey, pre-orders. You want to pre-orders? You want to pre-order this?
Yeah, and then they're trying to do anything to get bodies in the store, like you said. Yeah. To desperately try and make their revenue look like they're bringing in money into their stores, to where somebody fucking gives them money to bail them the fuck out. Because they've already tried to sell themselves and nobody wanted to buy them.
Yeah, no, they're quickly becoming the new Blockbuster.
No, they've already like hit that point, man. Like
Yeah.
where it's just like, no, y'all are irrelevant.
Because
And y'all are just
nobody wants to buy
dead.
physical games anymore.
I don't want to go to the store and buy games.
Yeah, it's like no, like it's like yeah, like congratulations.
Buying games at a store was never convenient.
No,
It was always a pain in the ass.
he's always there. Always like, hey, you want to pre-order? He's like, no, I just want to. I would very much like to just buy the game I came here.
The
to
funniest
buy,
part
please.
about this whole buying games digitally thing is that like, is there really anything to enforce the ESRB ratings whenever you're buying games digitally? Like I know Steam, you have to put in your
Yeah,
age.
I think it still is regulated by the country's laws, like and stuff like that.
No, Chris. I'm saying, is there anything to stop 13-year-old Timmy from just saying, "Yeah, I was born in 1901"?
Oh, absolutely not. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you want to know who's not going to be in.
Well, no, because I think what was
Why
it
would
years
Sony do
ago?
that?
Was it even years ago? Valve made like a, I think like a tweet or comment. Like it was kind of funny about it. It's like,
Oh, yeah, it
man,
was like, yeah.
It's like, man, there's sure a lot of people born on January 1st.
1991 or
No, they give them a
1990.
year. They're just like, man, there's sure just a ton of people born on January 1st using Steam.
No, my favorite thing is that like, why would those game providers, like, why would this digital storefronts, why would they do that? That's just going to inhibit them from getting sales.
Yeah, exactly.
So if Timmy has their mother's credit card and he wants to buy fucking
Well, just
GTA
porn,
5,
just the porn side thing again. It's like,
are you 18? It's like, yeah,
sure.
you know it.
I sure am.
I sure am. So, all right, let's go to Epic Game Store.
Oh, you want to skip down to that? Okay.
I mean, was there anything else you wanted to touch before we went to that?
I mean, there's just some like nicer stories we can get into.
Let's just get all the bad stuff out of the way first.
Okay.
Just rip off all the band-aids.
Let's see where I put it. Okay, so this is actually
What did
kinda
Epic do now?
long.
Was it about their CEO saying their comments about the exclusivities?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the
I heard about that as well.
founder of Epic defends exclusives, claims only way to end the 70-30 split system. Like he goes into like detail.
They're still leaning in on that?
Yes, he's claiming
That's just
the
stupid.
only way to end the 70-30 split system, Austin. We gotta force people, we gotta force each other stores, to get on our level.
He's straight up trying to do
our
he's
level.
trying to do the wake up sheeple. You don't even understand that I'm trying to help
Yeah,
you.
we gotta get everybody on that 88-12 split.
Yeah, but couldn't you just provide a better thing and then have the developers come over of their own volition?
And like the thing that pissed me off is I was like, all right, man, yeah, okay, Epic, you're just talking out your own ass here in this one.
Right.
But the thing that pissed me off the most was like, oh man, but look, guys, this will be better for gamers in the long run.
How will it be?
This is better for gamers in the long run because
How?
i.e. it'll force Valve and these other big game store companies, to get on the 18, get on the 88-12 split. And that was my thing. Is like, okay, that helps developers, but how's that helping me in any way, shape, or form?
Is that going to lead to discounts for games?
No.
So I don't fucking care.
Because in fact, if anything, developers will be less incentivized to discount their games because we're just straight up getting less money if we discount the games now.
Time out. Here's my problem with this argument. Why are we talking about developers? Developers don't have anything to fucking do with that. It's the publishers.
Well, because they want to be like, oh, it helps indie developers out. It helps
Fuck
small
off.
indie
No.
developers out, guys.
No, it doesn't.
Admittedly, it does. Because I think there was another interview that came out saying like, oh, so I've got to put this in the
more
docket.
people would buy it if it was on Steam.
But I've got to put
doesn't
this in the
add up.
docket. Okay, so this goes to show how much money Epic is just throwing
Just
at these. No, there's an actual number now.
oh boy,
Apparently,
were we right?
the
last
developers
week?
of Samurai Shodown.
Yeah.
One
Oh,
of the
they
developer-
divulged how much money they got.
Oh, they divulged. Like apparently
They
they
should
didn't. No,
have
they
just-
didn't name names. They
Oh.
didn't say it was Epic. They just
They're like,
said
a certain game store.
They literally said a certain online gaming retailer approached us.
That rhymes with Schmepic Haim store.
Approached us for an exclusive deal, and essentially what they do is pay per copy. They're essentially like,
So they literally just bought it, like we said last week.
yeah, they literally buy copies of the game.
That's why
they're
they
like,
can't say
hey,
no.
we're just going to buy
You're going to meet revenue
Fuck, I
goals.
can't remember the actual name, actual number he gave, but it was something like 100,000 copies.
Yeah, so
of your
you just
game.
basically meet revenue goal instantly.
Yeah, it was
like
something
before the game
it was something
even comes out.
we'll just buy 100,000 copies of your game.
It's just a buyout.
yeah,
It's just straight up a buyout.
but
It's
but
like, what's your
people like laughed their asses off about it because the developer in the most Japanese answer ever. It's just the most big dick swag move of all time, which is like told us like, No, get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
Why would that's the developer of Samurai Shodown, Austin, the new Samurai Shodown coming out. That just came out.
Oh, so they said no to the deal.
Yeah, they said no.
Oh, so they just straight up like divulged everything and said, fuck off.
Why would we do that? This game is gonna sell fucking millions, son. This hyper niche fighting game is gonna sell millions. Get the fuck out of here with your 100,000 copies.
Truly.
Which people were just like, are y'all fucking retarded? Why didn't you take the deal?
No one would have even been mad at you for that. Like, if you just divulged that.
It's like, Warriors is like, look, man, it's real shitty. I blame Epic.
I'm not going to blame the developers for taking that deal.
On the developer side, it's like, yeah, man, you'd be stupid not to take that deal.
Well, because it's just like, especially if it's like
it's essentially a deal with the devil, but the devil's like, oh yeah, you get to live 100,000 years. You just got to kill a kitten every now and then. We're like, well,
it's like you didn't say that it couldn't be.
It's
like
a kitten I know.
Like
they know it's any kitten, man.
Could it be just like a really sick cat that was already going to die anyway?
Yeah, there has to be a kitten.
Well, then that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm really putting it out of its misery.
But everybody will hate you still because you killed a kitten.
Well, they'll get over it and they'll die before me.
Essentially, I feel like that's the deal. It's like,
I don't care.
It's like, yeah, man, you just fully flooded your game, possibly another project.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Out
like,
of that,
you're just, and see, that's what hurts the whole.
Is like that's what I'm saying. It is definitely beneficial to. It is honestly definitely beneficial to indie developers, where it's just like,
again, I don't know that.
Hey, there might be like 4 people working on this game, and this game being successful coming out may make the difference between you eating the next week or not.
Well, there's
so
that.
Like, take the deal.
Well, let me give you this scenario. This is where my concern comes in. Let's say I'm an indie developer, and I take that deal, and I go like, okay, I'm selling like 100,000 copies. That's all I was ever going to hope for anyway. That was already going to be my best case scenario. Like, Epic comes in and they go, what is literally the most games that you think that you could sell ever? And it's like, dude, I'd be like blown away if I sold 100,000 copies. And they're like, we're buying 100,000 copies from you, and it's like, oh fuck. So I'm taking that. But like the game never even came out yet. It's just an Epic Store exclusive. You get none of the criticism that you would normally get. You get way more criticism than you would have normally got because you're going on Epic Game Store. Because like you just said, everybody hates you.
That's the deal with the developer. It was like, because everybody goes like, fuck you, developer, for being. It's like, man, don't be mad at them. Fuck, if like be mad at Epic for
see
like trying to like force everybody's hand like this.
Effectively, the game didn't even come out though, because it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Yeah, the product is irrelevant. Yeah, that's like the same thing as like let's do everybody's favorite, a food analogy. Let's say I'm making fucking potato chips. Delicious. And the U.S. government decided that hey, we're gonna bail out the fucking potato chip industry. It's like, all right. And it's like, all right, I'm gonna buy 100,000 bags of potato chips.
You're fine with potato chips.
And you're like, okay, cool. Well, where do you want me to send them? Is there somewhere? Is there a disaster? And it's like, oh no, you're gonna bury them in a pit. And we're gonna cover it in concrete. Well, that seems like a waste. And it's like, yeah, we're the government. So it's kind of what we have to do.
Yeah, we're Epic Game Store.
So
we're Epic. We have that Fortnite money.
Yeah, we got that Fortnite money. We don't
big dick Fortnite money.
We literally just want it. And that's the other shitty thing is that for Epic, all they wanted was another title to just put on a list for them to scroll by really quick and have people go like, oh, there's a lot of games on Epic Game Store. Yeah. Like, that's how irrelevant you are to them.
Yeah. Well, that's what they do. Like, in this interview, them pretty much just saying, yes, we're trying to force everyone's hands. Yeah. We're trying to force this.
That's how much money that they have that they feel completely confident in just going like, well, what was your motivation for doing this? Is like, money. Yeah. Money.
Like we're just trying to force everybody's hands.
We're literally trying to force the market to work in our favor.
Yeah.
Because we're a bunch of assholes. Because we have Fortnite money.
Yeah. Like,
and because we know.
That was the thing that just got me.
Well, because here's the actual thing. Epic Games knows that they're on a timer right now. Yeah. It's only a matter of time before Fortnite fizzles out.
They have to be in the red. Like just all this, I know they're making.
They're gambling.
I know they're making like a shit ton of money,
but they're spending
Fortnite,
out
but they
money.
are still. They have to be in the red.
They cannot be. This cannot be a positive.
No, they have to be in the red, and that's the thing. Like everything. Like I think it took Amazon like 10 years for it actually
that's
started
actually the
to get
average.
to the black.
Yeah. Tech companies, tech startups. It's actually on average takes 10 years, and that's the ones that make it.
Yeah,
it takes them.
And that's
10
being
years
super successful,
to become profitable. Uber, Lyft,
Yeah.
fucking all those fucking random ass things that you think are doing really well, all of them are in the red.
Yeah.
They're actually only being kept afloat by venture capitalists.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, just
Or
investors.
not even venture capitalists, just venture
Just an
capitalists.
investor essentially being like, well, this will one day be profitable.
Right.
And then I'll make my money back.
Because basically, they're doing the thing where they're like, well, look at Amazon. It took them 10 years. And it's like, all right, here's all the money.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what if they just fail? Or what if worse, they get regulated? Because the problem with, I'm going to go on a tangent here.
That's fine.
Do you know what
So we're here
Uber?
for,
Do you know what Uber and Lyft's in game is to make it like super profitable?
To replace taxis or something?
No, they've already done that.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
they're going to
right.
replace something else. The people.
Oh, they
No,
want to use
their plan
self-driving
is
cars.
their plan is just to have self-driving cars. That's why they've been they're completely ingrained in investing in self-driving
investing
cars.
in that, yeah.
And they had a little bit of a kerfuffle because there was a whole bunch of strikes with people who were working for them, and the response was, "This was never supposed to be your full-time job."
Yeah, it's like I get it.
I get that at a certain point.
I see it from both sides where it's like I don't think Uber or Lyft at any point. In fact, everything in their advertising is like, hey, yeah, come make a
It's a
little
supplemental
come make
job.
some
It's
extra
always
money.
marketed as a
it's like
supplemental
come make some extra money with your like Lyft or Uber. And there are people like, okay, well, I'm hearing just make this my career.
And I hear you on that, and I completely agree with you on that. But I am going to play devil's advocate. Same deal, though. Nobody ever plans to work fucking 40 hours a week for 10 years for McDonald's.
I mean, yeah.
Unfortunately,
exactly.
that happens. And then people will do the thing that we're doing right now, which is like, well, why do you still fucking work at McDonald's? And I don't know the answer to that because I don't do that.
Yeah.
And that's stupid, and I would never do that. But I don't know what other people's situations are.
Yeah, exactly.
So
well, that's what I'm saying. Like some people situation.
maybe some people
maybe
that's
they had
literally
another job.
the best for
Maybe-
where they
maybe
are
they had
and what they're doing.
yeah.
Maybe that's their
So
best
you know,
way
so
to
I
make
totally
money.
understand. That's what I'm saying. I see it from both sides.
Yeah.
Whereas like I get the Lyft Uber. There's like,
Yeah.
it's like, man, this was never supposed to be like your job.
And that's their position. And you're like,
Yeah.
well, I'm sorry. I live out in fucking Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and this is literally it.
Yeah, there's no other jobs here.
Like, there's no
My
jobs.
only thing to do,
Is
unless I learn
die in the winter.
code.
Yeah. Stop. We're not going there.
I know, but yeah, unless I just do something drastic, this is like
Yeah.
the only job I have.
Fucking coal miners.
God damn.
Are we into the good positive things yet?
Yeah, we can do a nice positive one.
Welcome to Happy Times.
So Taika Waititi, director of Thor Ragnarok.
Wait, what?
Taika Waititi, director of Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah.
Did like other funny shows.
Yeah.
He's working on a animated Flash Gordon movie.
Hey man.
So that should be delightful.
Hey man.
Yeah.
Gonna make a Flash Gordon movie.
Yeah,
You wanna come?
we're going on that big rock ship. Make a Flash Gordon movie. Welcome. So that should be delightful. I like Taika Waititi.
I mean, I'll watch
Yeah.
anything like that. That was great.
I watched. I watched like a month or two
All of those
ago.
words, though, I just want to let you know, I was misunderstanding it at first. From you saying the director's name and then saying Attack on Titan.
Oh.
I heard Titan AE is getting a remake.
Oh fuck yeah!
No,
Love
and
that
Nickelback is actually going to be in the movie.
It wasn't Nickelback, man.
Wasn't it?
It was Creed.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was some form of butt rock.
It's Creed, man. I started singing the song, but we get striked on YouTube.
Sure. Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah, because you would just perfectly pitch it and like it would just get auto registered.
Dude, YouTube.
Or can you not even sing it anymore?
No, man.
What about all those cover channels? Can you not cover songs anymore?
You have to like change it up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you have to like make it your own thing. Even some of those channels, sometimes you're like, no, strike.
Dude, that's people squatting on shit and just trying to take your money. That's stupid. Anyway.
So Taika Waititi. Other movie news. They finally got evidence that the new Bond movie actually exists.
Nice.
They showed a quick behind the scene thing of them driving in a car doing Bond
God.
stuff.
So I'm gonna make things negative again. I'm gonna make things negative again while we're talking about movies. Derek went and saw Toy Story 4 last night.
Yeah.
Great movie, he said. I'm gonna go see it on Sunday. But he saw a trailer at the beginning of this movie. And Nickelodeon movies. Do you remember the last movie the Nickelodeon movies made? It's been a while, right?
It's been a minute.
Didn't
was
even
it
know the
was it one
Nickelodeon
of the SpongeBob movies? I'm assuming.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's just assume it was
that superhero SpongeBob movie?
Yeah,
maybe?
sure. Let's go with that. Fine. That's fine. But it's been a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
They're making a new movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Live action. Guess what it is?
I don't
No,
know.
I seriously want you to guess.
Is it superhero related?
No, it's a Nickelodeon property.
Oh no.
It's a Nickelodeon property. Yeah.
Rocket Power.
God no. God no. Please no. Dude, do you remember that time Squid
Wild
totally beefed
Thornberries. Wait, what?
Do you remember that time that Squid totally beefed it?
I do. It's pretty fun.
Dude,
it's pretty
fucking...
great.
Anyway, it's Dora the Explorer.
Oh, no.
And
wait, no, I heard about this. I remember now I heard about this. I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
It's going to be really dark and edgy.
No. Kind of. It's weird. Let me say this. He showed me the trailer for it, and the tone is on crack. It's just like there's not having any sort of tone. And
wait, I was going to see Toy Story on Sunday?
Yeah.
Can I come?
Yeah.
I want to see Toy Story. Yeah. I've been wanting to go see a movie. I can't remember.
So I also found out that one of the movies in town does a $5 night on Tuesdays. So
yes,
we're going to go see a lot more movies, and we can do a movie segment on this.
Yes,
that'll be great. All right, done planning for the podcast. Get back into the podcast.
Yes.
So the tone was just nowhere and everywhere at the same time. Also, I was really uncomfortable the entire time while watching it because think of Dora the Explorer.
Little monkey.
Oh yeah, little kid, little monkey. Very innocent show.
He has the little brother Diego.
So for some reason, she's in high school now.
Okay, of course.
Because the show
in high school now.
The show originally came out in 2000.
So yeah, most kids who watched it would be in high school now. Yeah. Or around that age.
She's wearing a real tight shirt and real short shorts.
I mean, of course she is. That's just the style now, Austin. You seen what chicks are wearing now? It's great.
It's just weird. It's like
that is kind of weird. Though.
It's weird because it's tone deaf because like there's been a lot of parodies of Dora the Explorer as a teenager, and I'm not saying like actual those. I'm not talking about those kind of parodies. Not that, don't Google that. But it was just weird. It was weird. And Boots doesn't even wear boots.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean Boots doesn't wear boots?
Boots ain't even wearing boots, dude.
And
Swiper's not even in the motherfucker.
What?
Yeah.
I wanted to just like shoot him in the face and be like, "Don't your shit, Swiper."
No, she has a knife. Like they're like hiding.
That's even better. Just
yeah,
stabs him.
No. It's like a Bowie knife. It's like your knife.
Fuck yeah.
It like looks exactly like your knife actually. Like she just whips it out and she's like, "Oh, Dora brought a fucking knife on the field trip, everybody."
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because they're like hiding from somebody. And she just like whips it out and she's like. Her personality is just hilarious. The entire thing's just a meme at this point. Like I think like halfway through the production. We might need to just go watch the movie like really drunk, honestly, because it's either going to be really bad or really, really good. I don't know. I really want to go see it with Kurt, though.
Yes.
Actually, I want to go see it with Kurt, and I want to go see if they do special Espanol showings. Because I don't know if you've ever done this. I one time got inebriated
yes.
And ended up on Telemundo because sometimes I want to watch some Mexican dramas.
Yes.
Because those are hilarious. Because somebody gets slapped like every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So I was inebriated, and they were playing Dora the Explorer, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
And it turns out that on Telemundo, she speaks in Spanish,
but teaches English.
Yeah. And I was like, "Whoa,
yeah.
it's fucking crazy." Anyway.
Okay. So what else we got here? Unless I put my notes.
Yeah, what'd you put in your notes?
I don't know if anything happened today or not. I have to check to see if there's any breaking news. But I don't know what are basic guys white bitches gonna do?
What's that?
What are basic white bitches gonna do, Austin?
Wear Uggs and drink Starbucks?
What are they gonna do for entertainment?
For what?
Office is leaving Netflix, man.
The Office?
The Office is going off Netflix.
Where's it going?
I don't know. It's going away. I don't know what basic ass white bitches are gonna do for entertainment, Austin.
Okay, all right. This is a note for all the thirsty ass boys out there. Here's an aside. Make sure
the DVD box set
DVD
of
box
The Office. You will
take a picture
never
of it.
be lonely
then
again.
take a picture of it. Take a picture of you in front of it, and then make that your Tinder profile.
Yes.
And then say,
just say,
I'm a normal guy.
I got that office.
And then be like, I'm just a normal guy. I love The Office. Like, I work in an office job. It's kind of like I'm in the show.
God damn it.
Yeah.
It's best parodies ever. Yeah. So, yeah. The Office is leaving Netflix. So, I'm assuming just all the basic ass white bitches.
Like, if it doesn't go anywhere, like, you remember whenever Friends threatened to leave?
I don't
and
know.
They paid $100,000 just to get it back?
I don't know if it's... I think Netflix is just like, no, Office is done.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to Hulu or what.
Because, like, that's one of those... That's like Seinfeld and Friends, and, like, that's, like, just a show that's, like, never really going to... Like, there's going to be there's going to be a base for that, like, just indefinitely.
Oh, yeah. Everybody.
What if they just bring over, like, the British Office and, like, replace it with that?
Good. I didn't watch the British Office.
Yeah.
I know they had an Adult Swim for a bit.
Did they?
I never watched. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, no. Either that or they had a Comedy Central. I can't remember which.
Yeah, those were right next to each other.
Yeah.
Back whenever we lived down in Louisiana, so like that, I got a lot of stuff confused for that.
Yeah.
Mighty Boosh was on Adult Swim.
Mighty Boo. That show's
Boosh.
great.
That show is great. I'm old Greg.
Let's see. Yeah, which I just think is weird too, because I think Netflix even like they released their numbers and like The Office is like literally the number one streamed media on the platform. So I don't know.
Too many people were watching The Office.
In fact, also I don't know what's gonna happen for Netflix and chill anymore, because that was 90% of what got played in the background.
That's why it's number one.
I know this from experience.
God damn it.
That is 90% of what gets played in the background during Netflix.
So is Parks and Rec gonna get like a bump?
Maybe, I don't know. But
that's
Parks and Rec is too funny.
That's true. You can't be like
you can't not watch Parks and Rec.
Yeah, you're gonna be like
you're like trying to get into it like Chris Pratt, you're crazy.
You'd be like, what? And it's like, oh, I'm paying attention.
It's like, sorry, I was actually just watching the television show.
Like, yeah, you just stop moving. Sorry, I could see it.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, I made that mistake once. I tried to Netflix and chill, and I played Parks and Rec. And it did not work.
No, you had to play. That's why Office is perfect. Because it's just not interesting enough.
It didn't work, man, because it was just like, oh, do you just want to watch another episode of the Parks and Rec? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, fuck.
God damn it.
God damn it.
I'm okay with this though. Did we just say Parks and Rec is better than Sex? I think that's true. At least not the first season. But on the first, do the first season.
There you go.
Yeah, do the first season of Parks and Rec.
There you go.
After that though, it's like all bets are off. There's no sex happening after the first season.
Well, hopefully you can fucking get it off and I'm just
saying
12 episodes.
You got 12 episodes. you gotta ration that out over a few months. Okay, One Punch Man's getting a fighting game.
What?
One Punch Man's getting a fighting game. Get one of those 3D Naruto style fighting games.
What?
One Punch Man. Yeah.
But
I don't know how it's supposed to work because
you're gonna have to play as everybody but One Punch Man.
Yeah, there's the whole full cast, but One Punch Man is playable. I guess he's just holding himself back. I don't know, just doing his thing.
Oh my god!
I'm assuming he doesn't actually lose fights.
Yeah,
he just gets to the end, and is like, oh well, you did.
No. This is the opportunity to just make all the jokes. Essentially, what you would do is, whenever you're playing with Saitama, he just holds back his punches because he wants to. They'll do the whole thing where he's like, I want to actually fight.
Yeah. So
I'm going to hold back all my punches, but he still almost kills you. And then whenever he gets you to 1 HP, something happens to where, oh shit, it's Saturday and I have to go to the fucking store and go do the sale or something like that, and he runs off. Or he gets chased off by people who are looking for him, or he just gets bored and leaves.
Yeah. Well, as I was saying, if he loses the fight, because it has to be balanced in some way.
Right.
Most of those Naruto games aren't balanced at all. But it has to be balanced. But yeah, assuming you get him down to 0 HP, he's just that's a good fight.
Is it gonna have a story mode?
I'm assuming so.
Then I would assume you were playing as Genos the entire time, majority. Saitama's with you, but
the footage, because there's a trailer, afterwards.
I'm gonna have to look at that because I have questions.
You're playing as Saitama.
Oh, I have questions.
Yeah. That's happening. Let's see.
Oh, speaking of Netflix, though,
yes.
To hop back into that, and now that we're talking about anime, this is what reminded me of it. Neon Genesis Evangelion.
I was hoping you'd bring this back.
Neon Genesis Evangelion is out on Netflix. Have you seen anything about that, Chris?
I know they made some changes.
Oh yeah, they made some changes.
Tell me about the changes.
So, without getting too into it, because it's one of my favorite anime of all time. It was actually.
Well, if you're worried about spoilers, man, that anime is 20 years old. Just spoil.
I know. What I was actually getting at is that I didn't want to go too deep into it because I can sit here and fucking talk about it for 30 minutes, and I won't bore you with that.
That's fine. I can do it.
You should. First of all, you should totally watch it. You should also try and find a totally legal, not illegal, torrent of the Blu-ray rips from the original.
Totally not. No.
You should do that. If you want to watch the dub, that's fine. I mean, I never really understood why you would really want to watch the dub. I'm fine with watching the Japanese thing. That's just me. I understand that people out there especially whenever you want to do other things while you're watching something, like playing a video game.
Yeah.
It's hard to do the subs because you have to read those.
Yeah.
It's pretty much impossible to do that. But you should totally just watch it however you want to watch it. But know that a lot of people got upset about the Netflix redub that they did because they changed some of the character interactions, because there's so much subtlety in this show that just changing anything kind of changes everything. The original dub had problems as well, because it ran into the problems of, whenever you have to whenever you have to do lip movements to the words, you kind of have to like decide whether or not you have to balance. You have to do the balancing act of literal versus interpretation.
Yeah.
Like if every anime was dubbed and it was literally translated,
it would make
no sense. And it would make no sense culturally either. So they did change a couple of things. The most notable was there's one character called Kaoru who comes in later in the anime, like way later, like right at the end. And he's they have like a little bit of a implied homosexual relationship with the main character. It's not like they do it or anything like that. It's just like a feels thing. But Netflix apparently kind of just blatantly changed it to where that's just gone now. Seemed kind of weird. So people obviously did not like that.
Yeah,
and
obviously.
Unfortunately, though, I could have called this like, and I probably did at some point. I mean, like this was just one of those properties where like people are so fucking like obsessed with this shit, and it's the Dark Souls of anime, because you can just like literally just go into the lore of it.
For hours.
Like literally, I didn't know shit like literally until this last time. Whenever like a couple of months ago, I watched it and I read the wiki with it, because like literally like the anime doesn't explain shit. Like certain points, like certain words and like phrases and stuff like that. I'm like, what does this actually mean? Like in the context of the thing. And he's like, oh, it's all this. And it's like, well, where do you learn that? And it's like,
the wiki.
And it's like, well, where did they learn it? And it's like, oh, this was directly from the director. And it's
it's one of the series that like a shit ton of it is just like the trope word of God.
Right.
Where it's like the creator just came out in interviews and like confirmed or denied stuff, but you had to have seen all these interviews to know.
Right. So, and there's a lot of things where it's like one of the first Gynex ending tropes. It's got like, waifu fights. It's got everything. So yeah, they took out the gay implications, for some reason, which was weird.
Especially now this dang.
Yeah, you would think that they would lean into that.
Especially from a Japanese creator.
I guess they thought it was, going to be offensive in some way.
Yeah, I probably thought it would be misconstrued as homophobic.
Because he doesn't like get together with them or anything like that. It was just, he doesn't get together with anybody. It's just like he has a whole bunch of like
jokes a bit instead.
That's it. So it was weird. So there's been backlash about that, but I mean, Netflix redubbed it. I mean, it's not like my thing with it is that like I don't see the point in getting too upset about it, because especially with things like this, because like one, the original still exists.
Yeah, it still exists. You can go watch it.
You can go watch that. The original dub still exists. You can go watch that.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can be like, well, it's really hard to like own it legally. And it's like, all right, cool, don't own it legally. Just fucking torrent it. Fucking who cares?
24 years old. They know making money off anyway.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, the whole reason why it hasn't been anywhere and why it's been so hard is because it's been in ownership hell. The licenses have just been in just complete and utter flux. So it's like, whoever's going to get the money anyway probably isn't going to be anybody who even had anything to do with it in the first place.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those where it aired on TV and then like that was it. And then like Gynex didn't get it back. I mean, Gynex isn't really fully all together right now anyway. So it's just the whole thing.
It's all over the list.
Yeah. Anything else?
I think that's about it. Okay, well, I know I don't like to get political here, but we've done, this isn't really to be political. Apparently, a lot of the game companies got together and wrote an open letter to Trump. They're like, hey, your tariffs are stupid.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's actually, to not get too political again, that's actually just a long line of people. Last week, actually, they had all of the Mercantile Association for clothing and food distribution and stuff like that having to basically go like, hey, like
everybody's almost kind of like, hey,
we get what you're trying to do here.
Yeah,
but
almost all of our stuff comes from China.
Right. Yeah. Like literally 72% of shoes come from China. And it's like, you can't just, and he's like, well, yeah, that's what I want you to do. I want you to build it here. And it's like, yeah, we can't. And it's like, yeah, well, I want you, it's like, well, why can't you? He's like, well, we don't have any factories over here. He's like, exactly. You need to build the factories over here. He's like, that would tank us.
And
and also that entire time we wouldn't be able
time
to.
And money.
Well, it's like we can't just stop everything and do that.
Yeah, we also wouldn't have any revenue while we're doing that because of the tariffs. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that happened.
Like I said, Nintendo's already making the Switch Mini and the other Switch model that hasn't been announced yet. They're already making those in Indonesia, I believe, to just skirt the tariffs.
Yeah.
I mean, look. Here's the thing, I get it, but at the end of the day,
I mean, yeah, I think that's something Trump doesn't realize too.
There's very easy ways to just get around the tariff. Which is the funny thing, considering he's like such an American business, like Trump, we're just gonna move to a different country, right?
It's like,
no, I mean, honestly, that might be his plan. He might not care as long as it does that, because really, he's only trying to hurt China.
Yeah,
he doesn't care if Indonesia just fucking does it, and he probably doesn't even care if China still gets the money. He's just like, no, fuck you.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter though, because it's probably all going to be put away after the G20 summit this week. So.
Well,
that concludes our political part of this, because I don't want to even touch that shit.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here with that politics shit.
Oh, no, that's about it. Kurt, that motherfucker still hasn't written us a goddamn letter. Kurt.
It's almost like he's not listening to us.
Kurt. You motherfucker. So I have a. Let me just make sure it's done. No.
Chris, why are you checking just to be disappointed?
Yeah, it's all done. Nothing in primary.
Oh. Well, do you have a question prepared?
Boxes. No, just stuff from no. Anyway, yeah, I have a question prepared.
You got a question
I assumed there would be no emails.
What's the question this week?
So I know we talked about favorite game aesthetic before, stuff like that.
Aesthetic.
Yeah.
So
this.
My answer is Vaporwave. No. My answer is Vaporwave.
For your favorite type of protagonist or antagonist, also?
Yes. No, go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, just like what's your favorite your favorite likes about like what makes a good antagonist or good antagonist? What would do protagonist and antagonist? What makes a good hero, and then what makes a good villain for you?
As far as video games,
anything like movies, books, video games.
I think it varies from media. I'll break it up. Honestly, I'll start with the antagonist first because it's way easier for me to explain that. Obviously, going to lean into the whole, if you look into the study of, character tropes and stuff like that, I would definitely say a good antagonist would be somebody that you have at least somewhat of a problem disagreeing with. Yeah. To where you can actually, see his point of view and be like, not
even so much agree with him, but you'd be like,
I can see where he's coming from.
I can see where he's coming from.
Yeah, it's like...
Even if it's stupid, a good example of that would almost be Thanos,
right? And that's why Thanos is such a good character.
It's like man, it's real fucked up. It is crazy.
Yeah, and it's wrong.
You are clearly a crazy person, but I can understand completely how you came to this conclusion.
Yeah,
and why
because you're crazy,
and why this is your plan.
Yeah. So, as far as video game antagonists, though.
Yes.
Obviously, they just gotta look cool.
Yeah.
They gotta look cool. I want to fight a big fucking...
All the big buckles, zippers everywhere.
Yeah, I gotta just fight a big... Because in a video game, you want a big bad, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to fight some... Because that's the trope in video games. It's there's always some lanky looking motherfucker, and then he explodes into a demon or something like that. He's and then you just... And
now I ruined my true form.
Yeah, he's just this isn't even my final form. Because it's essentially anime at that point where it's just oh, you thought you were gonna fight this old businessman. I'm actually God.
It's oh, you said the power God. No, I'm literally God.
It's oh no.
Say ooh,
I don't know how I feel about this.
That's a yikes.
Big oof. Video game hero. I'm gonna go with honestly. I'm fine with just the blank slate kind of character, but very specifically one where I get to just make you give me a blank slate and I get to create a character. Honestly, more often than not, I'm perfectly fine with just creating a character.
Yeah,
because it's me playing the game, and I feel like that's more of a wide audience thing. Now, if it's a narrative title, that's fine, and that's where we can get into the conversation of all right, you're playing as this character, and they have their own motivations and stuff like that, and then you can start role playing in that way. But because essentially, regardless of the game, there is an element of role playing going on.
Yeah.
Like not in the term of role playing mechanics.
Yeah.
But in the term
it's like
of
you are here
attachment
playing a character.
to the character.
Like
Right?
look at
You know what I'm saying?
Uncharted, like you're Nathan Drake.
Yeah, right.
Like you don't get to make
That's a
any
great
choices like
example.
that, but in the gameplay, you're Nathan Drake.
Right. And
Like-
you're doing things that Nathan Drake would do. And
Yeah.
it does a really good job of pretty much having his animations just be very characteristic of what the character is. Like you can't make him really do anything that Nathan Drake wouldn't do.
Yeah.
So other than that, I really don't like the bad kind of blank slates where it's just like, oh, you're playing as a bald white guy military dude for like the umpteenth millionth time.
Ramirez, do everything.
And it's
From the fucking continent.
at that point, like, just give me a character creator because you didn't try.
Yeah.
You literally just gave me a blank slate and then didn't give me the option.
Like
to
example
fight.
is that like is the new is Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, just pick all these random body types and then you can customize it after that. It's like, what? Just put a character creator in it.
Yeah.
Like at least then I have like some connection to it. At least this thing I made.
Nope.
It's like, instead of just these, just pick all these random body parts, so then you could pick the hair and stuff. It's like, you're one step removed from just giving me a full character. Just give me a character
You
creator.
wouldn't even have to make it that deep. It would just have to be like choose the eye, like even eye color, like
Yeah.
eyes, mouth, and nose. And that's that's
all you
really
have
all.
to do.
And then like actual like adjusting the body proportions.
Yeah.
That's it. Again, I'm banking on it, man. I really think that they didn't want anybody to make pretty pirates.
I think that's honestly is probably what it is
I
too.
think they wanted
but
everybody
still,
to look like ugly as shit
I think that is probably
and like make everybody
too.
equal in that way. It's like no, everybody looks like shit. That guy over there has like all the gold shit, but he's a fat, disgusting fuck because he's a pirate.
I mean, like how the Ubisoft games do that too. Like we were playing the Division 2 during that free weekend. Where it was like
That was weird.
They had like the randomizer first,
and it's
and
like,
it was like, oh, now customize this random character. It's like
and games normally do
just
that.
load into the character customizer.
Yeah, right. So like normally, like in Fallout,
There's a character customizer. Just load into the
they
character
show the
creator.
presets. Like they give you some presets, some default.
Then it's like,
people.
or you could say fuck this, start like the default, and then go from there.
Right. But like the weird
And
way that they did it.
I get where they're coming from. It's like, hey, get kind of close
Right.
to what you want to look at, and then customize from there. But it's like, well, I can just customize from the outset and get exactly what I want.
I guess some
I'm
people
like,
just want to. Some people would get overwhelmed, and they probably think that like, oh, if I give them like a preset to work from first, it's like,
yes,
oh, like this is close. I know what I want to do. I can tweak this guy. Like this guy's pretty good except for the hair and the nose.
I guess. I don't
I don't know. So, what else was I gonna say? Heroes in movies.
Yeah.
I guess 2D. Like my thing is that I want them to have depth in movies.
Mm-hmm.
As far as movies go, I definitely don't want it to be a one-dimensional character because I'm not playing the movie.
Yeah.
So like and also it's the protagonist, so he's gonna do a lot for carrying the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, just not one-dimensional and
He's action man, come to do action.
yeah. The only time that
Come
actually
to do the shoot bangs for
what was
you.
that one movie where everything was in like first person? It was like a video game.
Oh, I don't remember what it's called.
Wait, Hardcore Henry.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like that one, I guess is the only time that's right. But
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
again,
the whole point.
yeah, that was the whole point. That was the whole gimmick of the movie, and it's based on video games. So, fuck.
Yep. Fuck
So,
it.
What do you like in?
Well, okay. Well, just overall, and for I'm with you. I like my antagonists to be, but I like to go even further. I like the antagonist to be like, fuck, are we just on the wrong side?
Right.
Like I like that antagonist almost, where it's like I not only completely see where you're coming from, I'm having a real hard time disagreeing.
Have
with
you noticed that our hats have literal skulls on them? Boris, are we the bad guys?
Yeah, like that's we're just like but like then like well like the story can go from there. It's like but you still have to defeat him. Like he's still trying
Like,
to do
you
some
just feel-
fucked up shit.
Yeah, like so a game where it like makes you feel bad. Like,
Yeah.
like you're like I don't even want to do this fight.
Yeah. Because I honestly kind of agree with you, but you're being a jackass at the same time.
newest game to do that would obviously be the Ghost Recon fucking
Yes, that
yeah,
game. Where it's like,
I don't want to fight with. I want to fight.
I
with
want to
him,
fight
not-
with John Barrett
I want to be with John Barrett though.
and his doggo.
And John Wick's dog.
Oh man, so that's why I like an antagonist. Also too, I just like the batshit crazy antagonist. I like the Joker. Joker's great.
Everybody likes Joker.
I just batshit insane.
See, now that
Being like, I'm here to do the evils because that's just how I am.
Right, and at that point, it's not man versus man. That's more of a situation of a man versus like just nature because it's just chaos.
Borderline.
It's just like borderline. Like, it's less that you're fighting the Joker, and it's more that you're fighting the epitome.
I never
of just
played
chaos.
the Final Fantasy. I think Kefka's kind of like that too, where he's just like,
he's definitely a Joker type character.
Yeah, he's just like, why wouldn't I be like this? Fuck it. Fuck everything.
Right. Like their motivations are like, don't you think the world's boring? Don't you want to?
Yeah, like fuck life. It's fucking stupid.
Like, you telling me you want to fucking live? Are you some kind of retard?
Oh man. So in like when it goes to prototypes, it's one of the reasons I always say is the reason I and people call me a fanboy or whatever. Is the reason I kind of prefer Marvel comics over DC comics. Is because I feel like Marvel heroes have way more depth to them.
I would agree.
Than most DC characters.
They're much more one note.
I mean, I think DC had a period where it was getting kind of good at that. Yeah. Like I would say Batman is probably like one of their characters that has the most depth. But even then, he's not very deep.
So something that I want to jump off of that with you that I know that you'll agree with me is that's why me and you both like the Justice League series so much and the animated series so much is because they end up putting so much more character in them and making them characters because they have to.
Because they're so long.
Because they're so long. So it's just like, no, we can't just have Batman show up and fucking punch somebody.
Yeah.
We kind of need to put motivation. Yeah. It's like, we can't have it be one note like that. It's like, no, we need to have, them going up against Gorilla Grodd and then having like this happen. And then it's like, and then at the very end, you have like a twist where it's like, oh shit, Diana just fucking kissed Batman.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so okay with this.
Fuck. Break Batman's pelvis.
Superman's just like, whatever. And then other times, Superman's like, I'm not okay with this. And then other times, he's fucking her.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's
Superman one thing is weird.
Yeah.
That's always been weird in the comics.
Yeah.
But yeah, with a lot of Marvel comics characters, there's a lot more depth. They're more flawed. I like a flawed antagonist. Flawed protagonist.
Well, that right there, I think we just.
I feel like way too many DC heroes are just like, I'm perfect.
I think it's because they start over so many times with DC.
Yeah.
Every single time they get like a new author or they start a new thing, it's basically clean slate, start from scratch. This is their imagining of the story.
Yeah.
Whereas Marvel, yes, they did have different people. Yes, they sort of started over sometimes, but it kind of carried over at the same time. And there's a lot more like instances of Spider-Man, for example, where there's a lot of different Spider-Man.
But now they've actually just worked that.
But now we've kind of moved on to Miles Morales. And like it's like, and they kind of did that. And that's why me and you both like Batman Beyond is because it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, like that story's done.
Yeah.
Let's move on. And it's like you can go back to that era.
Well,
and you can make more
even
stories.
like they've even gone further that with Marvel with the like Spider-Verse and Multiverse.
Speaking of which, that's on Netflix now.
Yes, that is on Netflix now. Where I feel like they're just like, hey, these stories have been told so many times. What if we just made little differences here,
right
here and there?
Yeah.
Apparently, I almost it actually does seem like a kind of an interesting thing in DC lately. They had that what's it called? Watchmen DC crossover they've been doing for the last I think year or so.
Oh, the follow-up comics?
Not just the follow-up comics, it's like literally a crossover.
So there's a crossover comic.
Yeah, it's the Watchmen universe meets the DC universe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
Apparently, they kind of did a big retcon that's actually kind of interesting.
Oh, really? What did they do?
Dr. Manhattan, remember when they did the New 52 reboot?
Yeah.
And they kind of changed stuff about other characters. Sure. Similarly, they did a lot of stuff with Superman.
Okay. They
changed a lot of his backstory like that. Apparently, that was all Dr. Manhattan.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently Dr. Manhattan, because he went to the DC universe, saw Superman, and saw how he was like, well, it seems like everything kind of revolves around this person.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go over here. And he's like, I'm gonna go over here. I'm just gonna start having fun with Superman. I'm just gonna start changing things about Superman to see the ripple effect that has on the universe as a whole.
How pivotal he was to the universe, and then he starts fucking with that.
Yeah, he literally sees he literally looks at Superman kind of just realizes
that's really interesting.
Literally is like, oh, this person is literally the linchpin of this entire universe. Right. So what will happen if I just start fucking with him? Essentially, as Dr. Manhattan would do. Oh I was like, okay, I was like, oh, should I just slap the mic?
No,
I was like, good job. He said, that's actually kind of interesting. Good job.
Well,
yeah. Anything else about my protagonist? Is that a nice flawed protagonist? And you guys like, hey, got problems, man. You got to work through them.
Yeah.
Get some character development.
Well, I feel like
it's one of the things. Well, it's one of the things that pissed off everybody about Game of Thrones final season.
Yeah,
was like they did a lot of that. They had like good flawed characters, and then of course the show, because they wanted to just go start doing Star Wars, they kind of just streamlined so much stuff, and they just kind of like forgot about a lot of characters' flaws or ramped up the flaws to like 11,
to where it like consumed the character.
Yeah, to where it literally happened. One that like everybody's favorite was Jaime Lannister. Okay. Literally, like they just ramped up to 11 to where his flaw ended up just like consuming the character and ruined it. They like literally threw like 4 or 5 seasons of character development just in the trash.
See, here's my question, and I think this is why Nintendo gets praised a lot, because they have a mentality of clearest example of this most recently was Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing got pushed back.
Yeah.
And it once again had them do the moniker of, we would rather a game come out later than a bad game come out and it be bad forever.
Yes.
Because if we push it back and make it good, it's a good game.
Yeah,
but
a delayed game can eventually be good. A bad game will always be bad.
Yeah, a bad game will be bad forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
don't that's a good mentality to have.
I don't see how they did that. And that's why everybody gets so frustrated, because they're like, who okayed that? Who just said like, okay, well, we're just going to rush it and finish it? It's like, dude, this has been going on for 10 years.
It's more, I don't understand how HBO let it happen.
Right.
Because I understand they wanted to go work on their Star Wars movies. That's fine. It's like, why didn't HBO step in and like, okay, well, clearly y'all don't care anymore. We're going to give the show over to somebody else.
Well, not even that.
Like,
why can't you just be professional enough to be like, hey, look, we need to go take care of these other projects. We're bringing in somebody else, and they're going to take care of it.
Yeah, that was one thing, too. Is like, why didn't they themselves step down?
Right.
I think they just wanted
money.
If you
didn't have time to do it, or if you didn't want to do it, then why'd you do it?
They wanted money.
Wanted the money.
Yeah. Wanted the money.
Yeah.
We'll keep the money.
We'll keep the money. Well.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it. Yeah. It's perfect timing, too. We're about at an hour and a half, so
nice.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, this is about how long the podcast is going to be.
We're
dialing that in.
Yeah. Email us at half-baked and half-race
at gmail.com.
There you go.
That's half-baked and half-raced at
gmail.com.
All one word. All lowercase.
All lowercase.
At gmail.
That's clearly the problem. Y'all just haven't been emailing us the correct email.
Dude, it happens.
Yeah. All right. Well, that does it.
Yep, that's it.
All right. We'll see you next week.
We'll
take a big
talk
more about video games.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.